What's up, y'all? This is Indeed D, man. Chilling like you've been listening like Bob Dylan. Keep it on low with some double stuff. And right now, I'm about to talk to two gentlemen who are friends of mine who I've known since 2003. Super talented guys. Really cool. They have this really cool thing called Elite Retro Agency. And I just want to welcome to the show Jerylmayne, aka Exile, and Jason. What's up, y'all? How you doing today?
What's up now?
Good, man. What's good?
What's going on? What were you guys like as kids, and what video game made you fall in love with gaming?
Go first, Exile.
As a kid, I was really quiet, and I was like to myself a lot. You know, I don't know. I came across video games, playing games with my cousin. Sonic the Hedgehog, for some reason, blew my mind when I first played Sonic, and just how fast the game moved, and just I don't know.
Yeah.
It was something about it that just was like, wow, you know what I'm saying? But the game that I would say that made me fall in love with gaming was probably Turtles Part 1, the first Turtles on Nintendo.
Okay, yeah.
The reason why was because of its difficulty. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just because of the franchise,
right?
Turtles. It was because of the difficulty. Like Turtles rewarded you for strategic gameplay. You know what I'm saying? It was like the game was supposed to be difficult, and I appreciated that. You know what I mean? The first game I ever beat in my life was Mario 3. That's the first game I ever beat in my life. And after I beat that game, I wanted to try, because I'm like, well, this is possible to beat games. Let me try to beat a hard game that everyone says I can't beat or can't be beaten or, whatever. So I kind of buckled down and figured out Turtles on my own. And I beat a game that everyone says was impossible to beat. Mm-hmm. So once I did that, it was like, there was no turning back after that. I felt like, like I have a knack for this.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. And I beat it too. I beat it by the skin of my teeth, but I beat it back in the day. And then, like I said, I feel you, man. It's like, it's a super challenging.
Yeah.
It's super challenging, but it's fun. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. What about you, Jay?
Kid, I was kind of shy, quiet, whatever. I've always played stuff. Trying to think of like the first game that kind of drugged me like that. I used to play a lot of when I was little. I used to play a lot of Galaga, Space Invaders, and Pole Position at arcade, Centipede, all that stuff, like laundromat type games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I remember my mom actually holding me up to play the games. You know what I'm saying? And so my mom had a 2600, and so did my grandfather. So when I was young, it was already there. So when the Nintendo came out, I was 4. And my grandfather got one from Nichols, and yeah. Now you saying a little real power.
So, like, do you guys remember, like I remember clearly, like, when I first, like, I was probably the last person in my group to get a Nintendo. Mm. And I just remember not expecting to get it because it was just me, my mom, and my sister. And I remember opening it up, like, and I almost cried. You know what I'm saying? It was like it was a real big deal for me. You know what I mean? So and that gaming system to me was revolutionary. So what do you remember when you first got your Nintendo?
Oh yeah, we had like the first 5 games we had Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers, Kung Fu. Oh God. But the first couple ones we had were it was Mario, Super Mario, Kung Fu. And then we eventually got, we got the rest of like the NES Mario stuff or whatever. But at a certain point, my uncle got me a lot of different titles like almost overnight. So it's like I went from like in-house Nintendo titles to like playing like early Konami stuff. So it was like one week you're playing Mario 2, and then it's like the next week it's Contra and Jackal and stuff like that. So it's like
nice.
Yeah. Crazy though, because like one of my rewards from, report cards or like honor roll type things we would get money and go rent things from Blockbuster on the weekend and try to smash the game in 2 days. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
it's just crazy. It's a different time now.
About you, Gerald? Do you remember when you first got a Nintendo?
Yeah, I do actually. So I was brought up not really getting gifts and presents and things.
Right.
We didn't celebrate Christmas or birthdays or anything like that. So I was never gifted anything, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. So what I had to do, I had a plan. Me and my sister was gonna just do chores around the house, do things for our parents, like cook them breakfast in bed, and just what I'm saying, and like
There gonna be TV children.
do what?
You'll be like children on TV, sliding down the banister with the breakfast and
yeah. We was like, dude, we like made a menu for my parents. It was like eggs was 75 cents, bacon was like $1. You know what I'm saying? And we like,
oh, y'all are criminals. Oh man.
Criminals? No, he's talking about no. We were like, okay, here's your breakfast in bed, and we would like pretend like waiters and stuff, and we give them orange juice and everything, and they give us a couple dollars and stuff, and we basically did that, chores, all that stuff for about a year. Me and my sister, we saved up our money until we got about $90 or so, and we both presented the money to our father and says, we want a Nintendo and we got the money to pay for it. So then, so then we went to Toys R Us and, we had $90 and Nintendo was like 120 or something.
Yeah.
So he basically paid the rest and we got a Nintendo, you know what I'm saying? And it came with Mario 3, Super Mario Bros. 3. And that was the reason, we got it like late. We got it in like 90 something. You know what I'm saying?
Was that around the time they had like the Nintendo with the top insertion?
They did, but that's not the one we got.
Okay.
We got one of the last bundles that they had because this bundle came with Mario 3. The usual bundles come with Mario 1 and Duck Hunt. But by the time we got a Nintendo, it was, you know what I'm saying, in the tail end of its life. So Mario
the orange zapper, right?
Yeah, I mean, no, yes.
Yeah.
Hey, look, all right, so look.
It came with it.
My grandfather, when he got his Nintendo, he got the old school gray zapper. And a lot of people want that zapper because it looks like Captain N zapper.
Right.
But I will tell you this. The orange fellows work better and the click is louder.
Okay.
Okay, so I ask everybody this on my show. So like growing up, what was your favorite cereal?
Oh God. Corn. Any form of corn. Like, like those cereals that were all Captain Crunch with variations where it's like, oh, it's Batman cereal. Oh,
right.
This and that. It's Mr. T.
It's
Mr. Blah, blah, blah. It's fucking corn, bro.
Donkey Kong too. Donkey Kong had like the little barrels.
I remember Nintendo cereal. Nintendo cereal was dope. It was just the same as like nerd cereal. It's like you had two sides. One side was the Zelda. You know what I'm saying? It's a breakfast system. It didn't even say Nintendo cereal. It said Nintendo breakfast system. Yes.
Bro. They had a whole song. They was like Nintendo breakfast now. Nintendo. It's a cereal.
Wow.
Man, look.
Come on, man.
It was nerds.
Stop messing around and bring back jingles. They need to stop messing around.
It was like, no, they don't. Because look, as an 80s baby, shit just be coming in my head jingle wise, you know what I'm saying? Get a flat tire. Crossfire, you know what I'm saying?
We'll be caught in the
cues like that, dude, for real. Shark Attack. That's why they got so much anxiety now. All the games were like fucked up. Operation, Shark Attack, Crocodile Dentist, Don't Wait, Damn, daddy. Don't wake daddy. What's daddy gonna do when he wakes? It's all horror. It's survival horror in the form of board games. Connect 4, they said watch for the drop. Forget it, you're stuck. You know what I'm saying? You're stuck. You're stuck. It's all anxiety. They make money off of anxiety. They're like, oh shit, take out this wishbone. You know what I'm saying? Ah, shit. You done touched the sides. Electrocution. You know what I'm saying?
What about party? Pizza party.
You remember a game called Bed Bugs?
Yeah.
We had that game. It was loud as
hell. They had bed bugs and cooties.
Yo.
So you could play bed bugs and actually wake up your daddy and get in trouble.
Exactly. You're playing Don't Wake Daddy for real.
Hey, look, man. One thing you must know as an 80s child that eats cereal. Beware the Soggies.
What's that? That's Captain Crunch. Right,
yes,
Captain Crunch.
Dude, they used to give out the weirdest cereal prizes. I had from Captain Crunch, I got a glow in the dark Soggy. And I'm like, okay.
No. Do you remember inside of Frosted Flakes, they used to have this thing you put in a water bottle and it'll float up and down? The
swimming Tony? People like this.
Yeah. Hold on, Jared. What was your favorite cereal? You never said it.
Oh,
Cruncher Bungas.
Cruncher Bungas is not a cereal. But the Turtles had a cereal.
Man, that shit was garbage too. It was some nets. It was some nets. And it was some stale marshmallows.
Like,
like a sword. It was like a sword, a ninja net. Because ninjas like throwing nets on people on cereal. So it's like, yo.
Honestly, no. Honestly, it's weird because I mean, as a kid, we didn't really get like the cereals. You know what I'm saying? That all the other kids used to get. So like it used to be Kellogg's Corn Pops. You know what I'm saying? It's just Corn Pops. It was simple. They were Corn Pops, yo.
Nope.
They taste like styrofoam now, but they were good.
They're like Corn Pops are like bougie kicks.
Bougie kicks.
No, man. I just love Corn Pops. The texture, the lightly sweetened. I love the Corn Pops.
The texture is almost like balled up masking tape.
No, it's not. It's not. No, it's not.
Yes, hell is. Yes, hell is.
No, it was like I was like with Gerald, like I didn't get like the sugary cereals and nothing like that in my household, but I would go to my cousin's house. He would have everything from Smurfberry Crunch to all the monster cereals to like, and I would detour. I'd be like, hey, how you doing over here? I'll go right straight to the kitchen, open up the cupboard and see what they got. And they had tricks. They had Pac-Man cereal.
Oh yeah, all that stuff. Bro, listen, I'm gonna tell you some good stuff. Like back in the day, that was like the I guess that was like what's the word I'm trying to find? Like the cool kids had the good cereal. You know what I'm saying? And you want to be friends with the cool kids. If you got a Nintendo and you got some good cereal, hey, look, we friends.
Hey, look, though. I wasn't any cereal that had like marshmallows and shit like that.
Yeah.
I didn't see because I didn't eat my cereal with milk, so it was just like, oh, let me chew some styrofoam. Bump that.
I forgot.
How the hell you giving kids marshmallows and cereal and acting like it's food?
Oh man,
they're just trying to make them eat in the morning, just like with Pop-Tarts. Pop-Tarts are just sugar,
man. Yeah, it's just sugar to get you like hooked on it. That's mainly it, honestly. You know
I remember I actually woke up early enough to go to a school breakfast and they had Pop-Tarts and they just served it to us like that. I'm like, really? You ain't gonna toast it? Just serve it cold? But it was delicious. And we ain't had Pop-Tarts like that. So it was like, this is amazing to me. Now we had Pop-Tarts
hold on.
Dixie.
Hold on, wait. So did they just like hand you a Pop-Tart, or was it on a plate, or was it even in the foil?
No, it just put it on a plate. Pop-Tart. There you go. Yep. That was breakfast.
It? Hold on.
And juice. We had juice. Like, you know, the little juices.
So the Pop-Tart was like the main character and the side?
Yeah, there were no sides. Just Pop-Tart. This is 80s. They gave no dams.
No. All right. Was it a Pop-Tart? Hold on. Was it a Pop-Tart? Or was it a toaster pastry?
No. I don't know. I think it was a Pop-Tart. I think it was a Kellogg's Pop-Tart.
Cool.
All right. So that's on brand. So like, all right. If hold on. Was it frosted?
Yes. And it was
blueberry?
Yes, blueberry. Yes, sir.
And you know for a fact, you know for certain that this was a Kellogg.
I'm 100% sure it was Kellogg's.
Cool.
Well, you don't need shit else then. Y'all don't need no look. You get Kellogg's, you're gonna get Frosted Flakes with the damn polar bear.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? You get the Kellogg's, you got to get the off-brand cereal. You can't have it both ways.
True that. Because I did have the Frosted Flakes with the polar bear, and he looked cockeyed. And he just holding a spoon and a fork. I don't know what that was all about.
Dude, you remember that time we went to Walmart late night and they had this it was a Captain Crunch thing, and it was called Silly Corn. And it was a clown. It was an ear corn. It was an ear corn with some like Egoose clown makeup. Like Egoose like with the frowny face. It was called Silly Corn, right? But the corn won't smile, and he was just like, and he had a frown on, like he was about to kill people. But I can't find it no more.
Wow.
I even looked online. It's like they removed Silly Corn because it, like somebody might have been ready to quit and made this mascot, but he looked crazy, dude. It was like an ear corn with like eyes and stuff.
Right.
And he had on some sad clown makeup. Yeah.
I remember me and my friends used to do this. We would walk through Winn-Dixie and we'll just look at all of the generic brand stuff. Like they're they didn't have Miracle Whip, but they had Smart Beat. Do you remember Smart Beat? Smart Beat.
I never heard that before.
What about that Pan-Burger partner though?
What are we talking about here? Yeah, what are we talking about?
Hamburger partner.
Hamburger partner. Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, hamburger. Hamburger partner.
Pan-Burger. It's a pan-burger.
Oh, pan-burger partner. Got you. Oh, I got it now. I got it. Pan-burger partner.
Like right now, I'm at a phase where I don't want to be like emotionally attached to certain foods because you can't find shit for a long time nowadays. I haven't seen look, I work at a gas station. I haven't seen golden cheese in almost a year. The golden cheese tubes or the snack mix. That's
you talking about made by Lance?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Because they were shaped like little hexagons, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Little hexagons of the baked cheddar cheese goodness.
Money bags and cups. So can you tell us?
Stupid.
Can you tell us can you tell me like how you guys came up with Elite Retro Agency and the name and what does it mean exactly? I mean, can you tell us what it's all about?
It means we're better than everyone else.
No, it does.
Well, at first it was gonna be the Arcade Renaissance Club, but Jerylmayne got scared. He got scared.
No, it was never going to be no Arcade Renaissance.
How dare you? We had pantaloons, we had wigs. It was like a Hellfire Club.
No.
It's like a Hellfire Club with pantaloons.
We never had that. No, listen. No, I had an idea. I had an idea a few years back to just do something with gaming. Just something. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, we. Oh
man, Elite started in high school. We just didn't know what it was.
What the word Elite? No. Yes, Elite started in high school. The name.
We want to do something with it.
We want to do something with it. We just didn't know what. And years later, you know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, let's do something with gaming. Let's do something with it. And we was like, all right. And we kind of was like, all right, when we want to use the word Elite, we're playing retro games. So we got to figure out something. And eventually we just came up with agency, Elite Retro Agency. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I think back in the day, we always kind of want to be secret agents. You know what I'm saying? That was my, I thought being a secret agent was cool. So, you know, the term agency is kind of, you feel what I'm saying? It's kind of indicative of like, you know, a secret, you know what I'm saying, group or something. You feel me?
Yeah. Because like, because even on your page, on your Instagram page, you never see you guys. We don't see you guys' faces. You just see all of the gameplay. So it's like it's kind of mysterious. But like, can I like okay? So you both play the games, and then like or you guys take turns in doing that? Who chooses the games? Like
it's all what you feel.
Yeah, it's literally like a free for all. I mean, of course, we work off each other. You know what I'm saying? In a way, like I'm not gonna load like 4 videos when I just saw, you know, Arcade, you know, upload 3 or something like that. I'm like, okay, he's uploading videos. Let me just do mine tomorrow. You feel what I'm saying? It's a synergy. You feel me? That we feel. If I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you know, I need to post. I haven't posted in a while. Let me go ahead and post. You know, ERA haven't posted in a couple days. Let me go ahead and jump on it, you know. And if I feel like there's a reason to play a game, like for instance, yesterday we put up a TMNT like mashup. And edit from different TMNT games. We put it up there because of the release of Shredder's Revenge.
Which is kind of a bad title for a game because there's already a game called Revenge of Shredder.
Is it?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's what Hyperzone Heist is known in Japan. So it's like when you get generic naming conventions, like with Batman and Turtle stuff, it gets to a point where you're overlapping naming. So they could have named that game anything else. Oh, Shredder's Revenge is back, dude. The game's smooth, but that name ain't smooth. Like really, that's what you name it.
I didn't know about the Hyperstone Heist.
I would call it beat the shell out of motherfuckers.
Beat that. but I think it's really cool what you guys doing though, because like I remember growing up and going to the arcades, and if you didn't know how to play a game, you would kind of wait for it to go into the demo area, you know, kind of to the demo playthrough area. You kind of get a gist of how to play it just by watching. Or you know, it kind of hypes you up for even playing the game, and I think that's really it kind of. So when I see you, and what's really brilliant is too is like there are a lot of games you guys play that I have never heard of. So like it gives me a chance to look like, oh, that looks pretty cool. I might think about if I were to get back to, you know, buying games again, I would want to buy something like that, you know. So I think it's really different what you guys are doing. You know what I'm saying? And so to kind of go back to what I was saying about arcades, do you think that if I was watching this documentary about Blockbuster Video, and there's only one Blockbuster left in America, and it's over there in Bend, Oregon. And so my question is, do you think if it's possible that if for Blockbusters and videos and video renting places and even arcades to come back into existence, do you think that's possible? Are we too far along with streaming and everything easily handed to us where that
you can have arcades and everything, you know what I'm saying? You can have physical arcades and everything, but you have to have the gamer base to come support it. You know what I'm saying? You have to, it's one of those things, you can have arcades and barcades now, but you have to have something supplementary to pay bills, you know? So it's like, yeah, you're not gonna make the night from arcade games like that, but you can still feature them. Usually they'll be serving food or offering something else going on, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So they are valuable because it's like you look everywhere, retro gaming is everywhere, but as with every other fandom right now, there's always those that are doing it to try to flip a gimmick or get a hustle and are not really into it. It's more like a novelty, and it's more than a novelty. It's like you can't, once you try to like marginalize and generalize things or any kind of fandom, even like with music, when you're trying to marginalize hip hop, it loses its meaning. It's like if it ain't real, you know what I'm saying? The old heads are gonna smell it. And I smell a lot of gimmicks and gamings now. It's like you have a lot of people that say their focus is gaming content, but it's basically promoting themselves. It's like, I don't play to like, oh, wow, Arcade's Revenge is the best. No, I don't do all that. I play it for the culture. It's like, if I feel that retro gaming is becoming a gimmick or a fad, I play even harder to show that it's actually real. You know what I mean? I was never one of those kids that whined about the game being hard. Like, even when we had the 2600, I kept the thing on the difficulty switch. My mom was like, you can put it on difficult, but if you cry, it's either going down or you're cutting it off. So it's like, I'm like, well, if I'm better, you know what I'm saying? Or it was one of those things, it's like, as a child, you don't know how much money your family has. But at the same time, I didn't want to be like, hey, Mom, can I get another quarter? Can I get another quarter? Because I actually felt embarrassed when I died. Like, as a child, I had like I put a lot of pressure on myself. But it's like, I chill now. So it's like, I just play, record. Sometimes I specifically play something for a specific purpose or whatever. And sometimes it's just like, I'll tell you what, it's like we were talking about with the jingles. There are sometimes I'll play a game just because the music popped up in my head that day. Yeah. And so it works like that, because sometimes, like, even with songs, you'll get a part of a lyric in your head, you'll be like, damn, what song is that from? Then you realize what song it is, and then like you listen to it, and it's like the message was waiting there for you, or like subconsciously your brain is telling you you need to hear this or pay attention to this phrase or something. So it's just like that with gaming and everything. I try to keep it natural, so it's like no one never knows what we're gonna post. No one ever knows what we're gonna do. We don't have a schedule. It's like, bam, you know what I'm saying? We don't know. You know what I'm saying? Continue with strong songs and jams. You know what I'm saying? They don't know. They don't know where it's coming from. And I wanted to keep it random like that because I'm a random type of person. So it's like, as long as we bomb and move, show people what's up. I want, like, my goal with making the video isn't like, hey, look at me. It's more like, hey, check this game out. That's another reason I put them on the highest difficulty, because the game is like the most alive that it is. You know what I'm saying? The game is throwing down at you.
I so think the hard difficulty is the real game. That's the real game.
Right, that's the real game. So it's like, even on, like, say for instance, games like Super Contra. Yes. Until you put it on hard, there's some certain enemies that you never even see because their sprite isn't programmed to be in the regular version. Like, there's extra enemies. So it's like, play it. There's no need to be scared of it. I'm not going to keep buying games and put money into games and, like, not trying to adapt to it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's cool.
So what do you think, Gerald? Do you think there's room for that? Like, you know, like I said, the same question for you.
Yeah, for the like room for arcades. It's like, I was actually sitting here thinking about it when you asked me, and I was thinking, like, would I go to an arcade? You know what I'm saying? Like, nowadays. And I absolutely would go to an arcade. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, for sure, I would go to an arcade, because it ain't just the games, it's the camaraderie, it's the ability, you know, it's the ability to, like, you know what I'm saying, be there with other gamers, kind of like, you know what I'm saying, trying out your skills, so you see how good you are. Just, you feel what I'm saying? And, like, that can't always happen in somebody's home, in somebody's house. Right. That can't always happen like that. So, you know what I'm saying, I would definitely, you know what I'm saying, welcome. And I mean, nowadays that we've been in the quarantine for so long, people are looking for a reason to get out the house.
Oh, yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And if you had, like, let's say, for instance, you had an event. You had a gaming event. You know what I'm saying? I really feel like, you know, that would pull in a lot of people to attend. You know what I'm saying? A live event. You know what I'm saying? People still go to esports events live. You know, they're usually packed. You know what I'm saying? All folks are usually doing is watching high-level players play. Yeah. You know, so there's definitely a market for arcades. But it's kind of more like Jason said, like, I don't think it's just arcade, like, games and, like, that's it. Like, a supplemental offering, you know, you got to do a little something. You know what I'm saying? The majority of folks still playing arcade games or grew up playing arcade games are, like, old enough to drink, you know, You know
right. Put like a pinball table there. Put a few pinball, which is tied in because pinballs are they're like the ancestors of the arcade games, and even further than that, before pinball used to be when pinball got popular. That was what they were blaming high school delinquency on. They said people were skipping school to go play pinball. I mean, they were, but I mean, they gonna do what they do regardless. You know what I'm saying? I skipped school to play Neo Geo and CPS2 games. So it's like, okay. But even before that, before pinball isn't even the original game. It's Bagatelle. Bagatelle were like tables. You probably seen them where they got like the pins sitting up, like, you know, how the balls hit the pins on you know, whatever. Yeah. Pinball is like motorized Bagatelle. So it's like people always had something, even before arcade games. And even now, it's like with certain systems, like say for instance the Nintendo Switch. I look at the Nintendo Switch. I don't look at it as a handheld because I'm not a handheld gamer. I like handhelds, but it's like I'm not gonna sit there and hold it and play. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to hold it still and all sorts of stuff. So it's I like my Switch because you can dock it and everything. But the way I look at it, it's like a mobile, personalized arcade in a way. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's a system. I mean, it was one of the first systems I got back into the gaming with because it's like there's no center towards the gameplay as far as like you get what you want out of the system instead of like, hey, here's a first person shooter that everybody has. No, it's like Switch. There's no.
Yeah, you can choose your own niche.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They have a lot of developers, you know what I'm saying, making games that aren't, you know, like well known and famous. There's a lot of different people who make, you know, even like retro games. They get ported to the Switch. You feel me? People that not well-known developers make games and they get put on the Switch. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the Switch, you have access to such a lot. Like the Switch has the most games on any gaming console like ever. Like I looked it up a while ago. It was like 3,000 games or something like that. You know,
the modern gamer. I played back in the day for like fellowship, playing fighting games and stuff, been in an arcade, having a group and everything. But now it's like I'm that whole online game. I don't really do online gaming. I don't play to meet people and socialize. It's like because it's like, are you meeting other players or are you just meeting people with the same hardware? You know what I'm saying? It's like everybody does a game for the same thing, you know?
So a lot of those gamers can get online gamers, they could be really vulgar and you know and really coming. I want to kill you just for
bro.
all that crazy shit. Yeah. You know. So I wanted to ask you. This is a very important question, man. Like, so, can you kind of like tell us like your opinion, the importance of having a hobby like gaming? Because in the past, like gaming was looked down negatively, you know, in the media. You know, gaming is the reason why this. Gaming is the reason why this happens. But I think it's important to have a hobby like that, especially if you're working a 9-to-5. Because if you work a 9-to-5, so much of that, if you're just doing that, that could become who you are, and you're becoming your identity.
So the main thing that I can say on that is that with hobbies and interests, you have hobbies, interests, and vices. The general person, well, I won't say that, but a lot of people don't know the difference between the three, between hobbies, interests, and vices. So you'll have some people, they'll consider like playing scratch-offs a hobby, and that's not true.
Right, that's a vice.
Scratch-offs are a vice, like lottery's a vice because you can't do it without spending money.
Right.
You can't play lottery without paying to play lottery. You can't buy scratch-offs. You know what I'm saying? It's like a lot of people have vices and never end up with hobbies. It's like you have people that their vice might be drugs and their money goes and it's like the money goes into, you know, whatever and it's gone. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with lottery. You can play lottery. There's nothing wrong with playing lottery. Some people play it to a point where it's a vice. It's a vice either way because you cannot deal with it without consuming. So it's like when you have gaming, to a certain extent, gaming can be self-sufficient because once you buy the game is the game. It's a tangible product. You can play with it. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm of the type, if I'm gonna spend my money or even mess up my money, I want something tangible at the end of the day that I can look at instead of be like, oh, well, I scratch these numbers off for a few seconds and
then there's, like you said, there are, I'm gonna ask you the same question, Gerald, but then I'm thinking about there's so many benefits in gaming. You know, like I'm bad at it now, but when I was a kid, it was like I mean hand-eye coordination, especially with those early Nintendo games, memory.
Yeah.
You got to have a great memory, and learning the patterns, and I mean all that stuff. You know, there's so many benefits with gaming. So Gerald, what do you think of what's the importance of having a hobby like gaming?
No, honestly, man, like, I mean, you know, it's very important. You know what I'm saying? It's very important to have something that you can call your own. You know what I'm saying? It's really important. Like, and as like you were saying, that gaming has benefits. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are benefits to gaming. Of course, there is a such thing as doing too much of anything, bad thing. You know,
Yeah.
You know, I don't agree with, like, you know, completely being addicted to, you know, gaming or whatever. But I think it is important to have a hobby, and I'm gonna speak on gaming specifically. Like, for me, I did get that little burst of confidence when I beat Turtles, for example.
Yeah, that sense of accomplishment.
Yes, and it's more like validation. Video games was like my validation. Like, for instance, when everyone told me that Turtles couldn't be beat, I beat it. And it validated the fact that I believed that it can be beaten.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? In the fact that
no, it's not even that it can be beat. The fact that it validates the fact that you said you were going to beat it and beat it. It's that you beat it.
Yeah. Yeah. With no help from Nintendo Power, with no,
right, I don't do all that.
I didn't call a 1-800 number, nothing. I sat with the game and I literally figured the game.
Ain't gonna lie though. Ain't gonna lie. Ball Bull used to knock me out, boy.
Well, don't get me started on Mike Tyson Punch Out.
Man, look, bro. You know I never beat Mike Tyson.
No, the second Bald Bull was the worst. You know, when you had to fight him again.
Yes.
I was like, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, when you first get that Super Macho Man knockout though.
When he spin her, whoa,
man, I still love that game.
He like, who? And he just like do some spins on you, boy.
Right,
man.
I had Soda. I had nightmares about Soda Popimski. Like for some reason, really? I struggled with him. I don't know why.
He be like,
it was the same laugh that Ganon did. Or it was the same fucking laugh.
It is. I'm sorry, yo.
Okay. But man.
No, I would say, yeah, gaming and hobbies, no, they are important. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I really.
We weren't like made to be workers. So it's like, why would you not do something else?
Yeah. Of course.
You know, it's really weird when people don't do anything or at least have interest in something. That's fine.
Right. I guess because you work with people, some people that just take their job. I mean, they're passionate about their job, and that's fine. But like, they expect you to be just as passionate. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna work hard while I'm here. But as soon as 8 o'clock get here, I'm out.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, and I have to do something to kind of shake that off. As soon as I get off work, I gotta do something, because otherwise I'm gonna feel like I'm just that. So I think it's important to have a hobby like gaming. So I gotta ask you, what are the top 3 gaming systems of all time? Go.
Wait.
All time.
Top 3 of all time?
Top 3 gaming systems of all time.
Dude.
The NES. The regular Nintendo is one of the top gaming systems of all time. I will die on that hill. The NES.
Okay.
The PlayStation 1.
Okay.
The PS1 is one of the greatest of all time. Because I feel like the PS1 ushered in everything we're playing right now.
That's true.
The PS1 was the turning point for gaming. And that's when polygons, 3-dimensional it changed.
Now hold on. Are we talking like, all right, do you want to know top 3 as far as what we think are the most important, or our top 3 favorites personally?
Okay, well, I think it's one in this the most important and
I can't think of 3.
Is one in this.
I can't think of 3 off the break.
I'll say 3. The 3 most important would have to be NES, PS1, and the damn Game Boy. Just like the full family of Game Boys.
Right. Okay.
Like Nintendo was invincible from like 88 till fucking now. Which is like a child of the Game Boy. Yeah.
I never even thought about the Game Boy. I was
like fucking. They got people buying those systems with green dot matrix display, and motherfuckers lost their mind, boy.
Yeah. I never had one. My sister even had one. I remember like she always would play Tetris. Okay, so I know Gerald, I know you didn't want me to ask this, but I gotta ask this, man. Okay.
The Genesis version of Moonwalker's better.
No, what do you say? You mentioned he was going to ask you.
Well, what are your top 3 gaming soundtracks of all time?
Oh.
Yeah, there you go.
Gaming soundtracks?
Yeah, music, gaming soundtracks. And Mega Man 2 better be on that list. But
you said top 3.
Top 3.
Look, I will say this. I'm not a big Mega Man player, but part 2 is the best.
Yeah.
I always flip flop between part 2 and 3.
2 is like, in my mind, is like the backbone of the series.
Oh, yeah.
Just in a way, I'm gonna compare when I play a Sonic game 2. Like when Sonic 4 came out, I'm like, okay, what kind of y'all Sonic team? What Sonic game had you played that your jump doesn't move with your running momentum?
Exactly.
It's like run. Hold up. Are you fucking serious, man?
Stop and then you drop. Like Sonic stops in midair and then drops down. Like, bro,
Torque.
We don't talk about that movie. No, we do not.
It was like movie, plot, movie. Guess what? A prototype bike that goes 300 miles an hour down the goddamn street.
No, Biker Boys, I think. I think that was Biker Boys, not Torque.
No, Torque had that super souped up motorcycle at the end.
He was like this. He was like,
so which one? So
the boys are like, fuck this film, man. Yo, that shit was wild, dude. That movie was terrible.
No, it was Torque, the one with the Hummer.
Yeah.
The sign fell down and the Hummer used the sign as a ramp. And then in the next scene, it was literally dropping straight down on top of another vehicle.
Like Sonic.
Man, look, it's about like that. Hold up. What about when Queen Latifah was in that Hummer, though?
Queen Latifah was in Torque?
What Hummer?
No, in Taxi.
I ain't seen Taxi in a long time, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Dude, she was riding a bike in the beginning. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. She doing some stunts.
Man, look. She was doing some stunt dog stunts is what the fuck she was doing.
Get on my show.
She was doing some like Dave Mirror if he had mutant power type shit. Like this bitch was like she was turning dimes on like the top of the lamppost. Like it was a musical. It might as well had Turbo in there with the damn broom.
You can get top 3 gaming soundtracks. Yeah, what you got?
That's the thing. I don't have a lot. Like I made a list a long time ago about like
I remember.
But it wasn't soundtracks. It was top 10 like actual like songs. Actual
songs.
Streets of Rage, like 1 and 2. I can't really choose one song necessarily.
Oh, I'm gonna choose 2.
If I had to choose one, it'd be Streets of Rage 2, the final battle with Mr. X. The final battle. Streets of Rage 2. That's one of the top 3 for me.
Okay.
What, Expander?
Who?
That track is called Expander, that one?
It's not called Expander. Man, see, I don't know if anybody else did this. I used to put my Sega Genesis. I used to go to sound the
Yeah, that's what it was for. That's what it's made for.
And then you put the song on and you just leave it on. And
don't forget that that Model 1 had that headphone jack.
Oh, yes, sir.
Sure did. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, it did.
It showdown did.
Because I remember I would do that with Sonic 2 because I would love the theme song.
Yo, Sonic 2, man. Sonic 2 has some good music, dog.
Dude, the casino zone, at the 2-player one, the Mystic Cave.
Mystic Cave, though.
Yeah.
Mystic Cave, baby. That thing.
I like the Labyrinth on part 1. It's the Starlight Zone. Like boom,
Starlight
boom,
Zone.
boom,
boom. Oh, yes, sir.
I don't remember that. Then again, I didn't have a Sega Genesis.
You know what's weird about Sonic though? Like in the older games, it's almost as if they were implying he was fast because of the shoes.
Really?
Because like I think on one of the Game Gear ones, he had an item that like it was a pair of shoes that like it was weird.
Oh, I remember that. Right. Yeah, in part 2. Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? It's all good.
And the movies.
Sonic CDs is one of my favorite Sonic titles.
And surprisingly, the movies aren't bad. The movies are decent. I was surprised by that too.
The thing is, it shouldn't be hard to make those movies. It really shouldn't. But the thing is, it's cool and all, but they need to do something with the Saturday morning cartoon. Like they need to do something with like the Underground. That was the shit.
Is that the one Jaleel White voiced?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Now some of those Sonic cartoons were weird, like Sonic Underground, the one where he had like a brother and sister and they had a band. I'm like, no, dude.
They had a band?
Yeah, his brother was green and was pretty much like a pothead. His name was Manic the Hedgehog.
You're lying.
I'm not. Look at that shit up, Manic the Hedgehog. I'm not playing.
Look, check this out. All right, music. Listen, Streets of Rage 2, Revenge of Mr. X. It's called Revenge of Mr. X. That's the name of the song.
Oh, the long part 1 thing. With the pure moods beat in the beginning. Okay.
I don't know if you can hear this one.
Okay, all right.
How that thing, where's up?
Yeah.
Come on, man, that breakdown.
It's smooth. It's smooth, though.
Get your behind up out of here. Hold up. Because it get real smooth in a minute. Hold up. Listen.
It's smooth.
Hold up.
That's not even in the top 3 on the soundtrack.
I only get this top 3 for me.
You full of shit.
I don't care what you talking about, baby.
All right, top 3 on Streets of Rage 2 soundtrack. Top 3. Okay. Top 3.
Yeah. You want to give me 3 or you?
That second drop on Spin on the Bridge.
Spin on the Bridge.
Spin on the Bridge.
Is that the name of the song?
Yeah, Spin on the Bridge.
All right. Spin on the bridge. I'm about to see what this
Spin on the damn bridge.
Y'all forgetting something important. Double Dragon 2.
Go fast, baby. We ain't got it. We ain't got it yet. You asked the question, baby. Now
skip by like a minute into it.
Now we gonna cuss the surface. I'm just letting you know.
Skip a minute into it.
All right, hold up.
That's breakdown 1. Wait. Let it play. Wait. Hold up.
You can see this is a better. Nah.
You crazy as hell. That's fire, boy.
You hear that? No, that's cool, but I can't say that's better. But
Max Man,
I'm gonna
the
tell
only track that's not Yuzo Koshiro on the soundtrack, Max Man, Shiva's theme.
Hold up.
You better get your life right.
And how did 2020 change y'all?
Me?
Yeah, ultimately, how did 2020
I had
change
been
you?
waiting for this my whole life. At the time, I was working at the comic shop and a gas station out of town, and it was cool because there was less people on the road, and that's that whole isolation that people were talking about.
Yeah.
I feel like that all the time. So it's like being emotionally detached almost gave me like the advantage to not be affected by it. It was more like with all that happening and, you know, people changing up, we had people pass, we had some major losses and everything, like, you know, like Rashawn and everything. It's like, yo, we can sit here and like, of course we're going to mourn them, but we're going to use that power that Sean tried to like ignite in all of us. Cause like even in our group, anytime anybody was doing something creatively or whatever, he was always there backing us. It's like, I wouldn't even be posting gameplay footage because it's like, you don't know. And then this doesn't mean, I don't mean this to sound arrogant. It's like, I play high level on a lot of these shoot 'em ups, but it's like, I wouldn't have thought, I just assumed that it's normal, but it's not. So it's like, I'm trying to go forth and do things in a way that shows that I have some kind of passion towards the hobby or the fandom or whatever. So it's like it's about to blow up. It's about to blow up, man, because it's like there ain't no punches being pulled no more, man. It's like, yo, it's full power, put shit out. And the thing is that our power lies in the freedom of the vastness. It's like there's a lot of games. There's millions of games to play. But even with that said, even if I'm playing the same game, our content is not going to be the same because we're not going to approach it from the same angle or generic viewpoint. It's like we don't have to move to the crowd or the scene or the fads. It's like, it's not like some TikTok audio clip that you got to work around and like incorporate into something. It's like, yo, I'm doing this. If you like it, we'll do more. You know, it's like, hey, we're not bound by a template. You know what I'm saying? So it's like shit can come out just as random as it needs to come out, and content. So it's cool.
Well, what about you, Gerald?
Ask the question again. Sorry.
How did 2020 change you?
2020. Yeah. That's an interesting question, man. Like, very interesting question. 2020, I guess kind of like what Jason said, you know what I'm saying? I lost a decent amount of people in the year of 2020. I actually graduated from college, technically graduated from college in 2020, where I wasn't really, you know, we didn't get a, you know, walk across the stage kind of thing because of the pandemic. So we had a virtual online graduation, you know, and they just recently did an actual in-person graduation. It definitely didn't feel, you know what I'm saying? It didn't feel right. But I mean, I appreciate that it happened, but I lost a lot of people. We started ERA in December of 2020, actually.
That's when I started, man. Podcast.
Hey, something. It just was kind of like, you know,
it's time.
It was a new thing that happened. Being isolated, being quarantined. It was all a new thing. It was just a new thing. We didn't know how long it was going to happen. We didn't know anything about it. Right. And you know, I had plans to stay living in New York. Like that was my plan, to live in New York, get a job in New York, and just be in New York, just live there. You know what I'm saying? That was my plan. Because New York was basically the epicenter of the pandemic, everyone was, I decided to leave. I decided that, you know what, I'm going to leave New York and I'm going to go back home. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, along with the many changes that the world was going through, I was going through a lot of changes myself. And gaming was the one thing that always kept me centered, kept me grounded. You know what I'm saying? If I feel a certain way, I could sit down, I could play a game, I could zone out, I could play a game. And like I said, we decided to go ahead with ERA and in December of that year. But I guess, you know, it changed me in a way. It let me know like life is here for a short period of time. It's temporary. Life is temporary. Living here, and if you believe that your energy goes on after you pass on, that's cool. That's fine. But the time we have here is limited. You know what I'm saying? So if I want to do something, I should do it. Just jump out there and do it. If it doesn't work out, stop doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I made a decision, like I have an idea about, you know, creating something surrounding retro gaming. You feel what I'm saying? I just have an idea, like this can go further too. It's like, you know, ERA can sponsor like retro gaming tournaments. You feel what I'm saying? Like there's things we can do. Like we have merch, you know what I'm saying, that you can buy and purchase. You know, it's just I had a idea and I just went for it because you don't know what's around the corner. You have no idea how long we're going to be here. No clue, you know, who's going to be here with us. If there's ideas that, you know what I'm saying, you have, like I had an idea for something and I got with Arcade and we, you know what I'm saying, we figured something out and boom, here it is. And we're still kind of in the process of figuring it out, but
that's life.
Yeah, that's life, right? Yeah. We kind of like he was saying earlier, we kind of like let it flow. As the ideas come, we let them go. If we have an idea, I'm gonna play this game, let it go. Truth is that there was a point, and it might have been just months that I kind of just played games. I just played whatever I had. I went there by months, so I actually have a database of saved videos, and depending on what I feel like putting up there, I'll put it up there. You know, that's just kind of how we do. But now 2020 basically changed me in a way that like it lit a fire underneath me that like if you're gonna do something, do it now. Life is gonna be here forever. Do it now. Anything can happen. A pandemic can happen. Do it now. Well, whatever, do it now. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of power in now. So 2020 kicked me in the behind with now. Do it now.
Right.
Not putting it off. Do it now. Whatever it is.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know, this whole podcast is about, you know, giving a person their flowers. And I just want to say thank you to both of you guys, not only for taking your time today, but like me, you, Gerald, we talk about this all the time. Like you and Jason, you know, Larry DeMorris, like when I started working at Regal, those were a really special group of people. You know what I mean? And working there, I remember I knew it was going to be a special place to work when I was given a tour of the place and I walked into the break room and I saw Holt, Larry, and yourself playing spades. You know what I'm saying? I said the job itself was cool. Yeah. The job itself was cool, but truthfully, I worked at other theaters before then. And I don't know if I ever told you this, but like before then, I was living in Greensboro and I had to move back to Wilson, and that made me feel like I was walking backwards. But getting hired at that place and working with you guys, and me, and the camaraderie, the job itself was great, but what really made it great were you guys and the people and the fun and the laughter. I can't count how many times like I laughed so hard because Jason did an impression of Cobra Commander. You know what I'm saying? It was fun. And then to think about like Florida, when we all hung out in Florida when you were in the Air Force, you know, and that was like one of the best times of my life. You know what I'm saying? So I tell you, I'm not even joking. I mean, seriously, thank you guys for just being who you are. And I'm just so happy and proud of you guys that seeing what you guys are doing with Elite.
Thank you, man.
Because you guys, Gerald, I tell you, I say this all the time. Like, you guys are just the group of guys. You guys are just immensely talented. It's not even funny. You know what I'm saying? Beyond what you're doing now, Jason draws. Jason has an encyclopedia knowledge of Transformers. You just graduated from NYU. You know what I mean? You love movies. You know, it's you know, the stuff that you got. I mean, thinking about even Krishan, the stuff that he was able to do with music. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. Really talented guys, man. Stupid talented. So I just want to tell you guys.
I appreciate it. No, thank you for that. That's the funny thing is that, you know, it's funny. I never consider myself talented. It's the thing. It's like, I just try stuff. You feel me? Me, it just being me. Like, I guess I kind of have this thing where I always believe that everyone else is like better than me. Like always. You know what I'm saying? Not better as in they're better human beings or they're better people than I am, but just better at things than me. Like, I always assume everyone else is better at games than me, or I always assume that everyone else is better at making films than me, and, you know, yada yada yada. It's just you know, something I always do. So when somebody says something like you're talented, you know, and there is, I do appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I really do. But it's like, man, I don't think of myself as talented. I really don't. I'm just a person that tries stuff out, you know? Because when we first met, I was breakdancing, man. And you called me dancer. He was like, "What's up, dancer?"
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And let me get a windmill real quick. And I bust a windmill on the rug, you know, or on the floor in front of the theater, like on the floor of the thing. I just bust windmills, dude.
And then Jamaz would join you again.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
That was a special time, y'all. That was a really special time, because you gotta think about it. This is like right before, like, I remember when Batman Begins came out and we saw it and we watched it there and we were like, holy shit, you know what I mean? And this is like before the boom of these comic book movies, you know what I'm saying? Right. And we would always talk about stuff like that. Yeah, we'll watch something like X3 and we'd be like, wow, that was really shitty. You know what I mean? Like, that was really bad.
The first Blade movie. The first Blade.
Son.
We saw that joint 3 times in the theater, yo. Mine was blown when we saw that movie.
Like, when I got hired at Regal, I was like, cool. I said, can I watch X-Men 2 real quick? And he's like, all right, go ahead. And I sat there and watched it. And I was like, yo, because I don't care what anybody says. That scene where they invade the mansion, it still gives me goosebumps. It's still and that's the best that Colossus has ever looked. You know what I mean? So I mean, but yeah, that was a really special time, man. I mean, it's crazy to look back at it, and like, it was a long time ago. Actually, it was some time ago.
That shit crazy, man. Like, Regal closed up in 2006.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Been around for a minute, man. Yeah.
They used to put the damn green onions on the Fiesta potatoes back then.
I thought they got rid of the Fiesta potatoes.
They got them back. They sorry though.
They'll take it away and they'll bring it back. Just with the pizza and the nacho fries too.
Nacho fries don't taste good no more, man.
Hey, check this out. We got off of the music thing, and I want to get back on that real quick.
Okay.
There's 2 musical tracks that I personally think are absolutely amazing that I know people sleep on.
What?
There's 2 tracks. I'm gonna play the first one right now.
I know who you're about to say.
What you got?
I know you're gonna say that the Terminator 2 sound.
Negative Batman.
Okay.
Hold fast. This joint right here. Hold on, let it drop. Let it drop, baby. Let it drop. Then the drum come in. Hold up. I see you moving.
What is that? Oh gosh. I never played that game.
Cool spot.
But hold up, here you go. Here you go.
Is that a Game Gear?
This is the drop. It's my cell phone.
Okay.
Game Gear, he had that with 2 hands.
Hold up. This thing hard, boy. Hold up. The hardest part of this song is when the beat comes back in. Come on, man. Come on, baby. Stop playing. Stop
Take
playing.
it away.
It's one more. It's one more I got for these faces, man. Stop making faces. What is you doing, man? This man crazy.
You traveled over 500 centuries of time to stop.
Yo,
When
so look.
will you learn it cannot be done?
No, hold fast. Check. Stop.
I forgot how to do this thing. How to do this thing.
Yeah, silly boy. Oh, you changing your aspect ratio, like your
No. What happened was like I was running out of juice, so I had to put this on like one of those magnetic chargers, and I'm trying to figure out how to do it where I get the same thing. But
You still got the back poster?
yeah, I do. Dun, 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 dun. Dude, how about I just realized the other day that the Back to the Future theme song on the Nintendo game, it's Power of Love sped up.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah. Oh shit! It is.
Yep.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Yo!
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn!
That shitty ass game.
Wait a second. Wait. Power of Love sped up. That's that.
Yep, that's Power of Love. If they have a video on YouTube, they slow it down, you can hear it, and they'll play it side by side with Power of Love. Yep.
Wow.
That's crazy. That's about like that Double Dragon 2 Easy Lover shit.
What?
Stage 2 on Double Dragon 2 on Nintendo is Easy Lover by Phil Collins and Philip Bailey.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Put it up on YouTube. Put stage 2.
No.
Easy Lover.
Easy Lover.
Oh shoot!
All day, bro.
I gotta look that up.
That shit funny.
Yeah, it is. It's like
They pay nothing. Just like Max McCartney's. Most of their soundtrack is like rock music that they ain't paid for.
Really?
Oh,
yes.
Did I ever play that?
Yellow?
I don't think I ever played that.
Well, you know, Maximum Carnage. He's about a different game.
Maximum Carnage.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of shit. There's some AC/DC in there. There's some Black Sabbath. There's some Pantera. The Game Over music on Master Carnage is actually from a solo. Like the yeah, that's actually stolen too.
Well,
that's hell.
Easy Lover. Well, you know about the whole Sonic and Michael Jackson thing, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But I only got like I just gotta ask you this quick question because I only got like 29%. And
Gotcha.
How can folks reach you? Right. Also, what are you guys doing for your mental health to stay sane in this crazy world?
ERA. Dude, I'm going to tell you sometimes when I'm doing mostly my shoot 'em up gameplay, like the crazy ones, that's me calming down. That's what I play to relax. It's like those games. It's weird because it's like I can keep up with them, but I'm like, when I'm manic, I'm not like, I don't hear an internal monologue like as far as like I just have to do. I don't even have time to process like, hey, move left, move right. I have to just do it. So that's one of the reasons I do it, because it gives my mind, it calms my mind down.
Gotcha.
That shit's crazy though. Because I know it's not calm, but it's like, it's weird.
I mean, it's calm for you. That's
you're right. It's weird. I would love to have like a damn MRI or CT scan or something like to see what parts of the brain are lit up and shit. That shit's wild.
Yeah.
Mental health. Honestly, I'm big into like music, man. You know what I'm saying? I really believe like music therapy is real.
Like,
I play games and everything, and that's cool. But I listen to music I try to stay connected, same with people if I can.
Yeah.
It's kind of all you can really do. And I mean, my gaming, it feeds my need to like have something to do tangibly and test my skill and things like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you want to just see if you can. Sometimes you just want to see if you can, and when you verify that you can, it gives you that, I guess, dopamine hit, I suppose. You get that feeling of accomplishment, like, okay, I did that, I can do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little bit more confident in my ability, overall. So that definitely helps.
First of all, real quick, how can people reach you though? Like, how can people reach you? What's like I know you guys haven't,
we got email, eliteretroagency@gmail.com. If anybody wanted to reach out for, collaborative reasons or, anything at all, eliteretroagency@gmail.com.
And your Instagram is?
The Instagram is Elite Retro Agency.
Okay.
It's elite.retro.agency on Instagram.
Okay.
On TikTok, there's no dots. It's just Elite Retro Agency, one word.
Okay.
We're also we're building a YouTube channel.
Okay.
So that's in the works. And we're also building a Facebook page. So that's in the works. But right now we got the Instagram and TikTok, and we're running those really strong. Hopefully in the future, we'll be present more on Facebook and also present on YouTube as well.
Okay. Cool.
Yep.
Cool. So like, what I was going to ask you is, because I remember asking the Morris's question, and I don't think he gave me an answer, because he's like, that's a hard decision. I was asking, do you think the games are better from the past versus what the games that are out now? Because to me, the games in the past are a lot more challenging. You know what I mean?
Dude,
I could be wrong.
It's exactly the same with everything. Like, look at 90s cartoons and how much robust and complete they were. And it's like, even with music, even like with sounds and stuff and the way music's produced.
Right.
It does not thump like it did back then. It's like, it's weird. It's like people technology makes people start relying on the technology. So when they make things with these newer technologies, it doesn't hit the same. It's like using the 808 drum machine is not the same as using the 808 sound on Fruity Loops. You know what I'm saying? It's like you lose a layer of authenticity when you go up sometimes. It's like with sound production. It's like they got all this stuff digital, but it's like sometimes you want an analog sound. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's not necessarily better, but a lot of things that come out media related wise, even cartoons or even like the whole streaming format is made or caters to people or children that have ADD or attention deficit disorder. So it's like,
right.
It's weird. It becomes weird with gaming because it's like you don't want to be like boring people with certain things. That's one of the reasons I do play shoot 'em ups, because they are quick to follow and I can like come home, cut it on. I don't have to worry about a 4 gig update or anything like that. I don't have to worry about connecting to other people and stuff. So it's like with those styles of games, sometimes kids would like, I'll put gameplay footage in my stories and stuff. And I know some of the parents that have kids with like spectrum disorders or like, just on the spectrum, I know that they show it to them because, the kids actually have never seen anything like this, or it might be more appealing to their abilities or just the aesthetics of older games sometimes. Just like you have some kids that'll like prefer to watch older cartoons or older movies and stuff, or listen to older music. Because I was the same. I mean, I was born in 81, but I was always going back and playing older games, like, on Atari, and listening to older music on vinyl and everything. So it's like we're getting to a point where like everything new is so derivative that the retro looks new. So it's like they'll walk into Walmart and see a shelf of PlayStation 4 games or whatever that's out now, and then it's like there goes the next aisle and there's an arcade 1-up machine, and they're like, oh, what's that? You know what I'm saying? So it's like people are realizing, or a lot of companies are realizing that things that they made years ago never stop being cool. So you can go to the toy aisle in Walmart now and still see the same He-Man bodies in similar packaging to the old ones because it's still cool. It's like you don't have to advance everything to make it cool. Like classic video games, it's like you got some people that are the mindset that take this classic video game and throw a whole bunch of like modern computer graphics, and it's like the game's not fun. It's like it's like a lot of older games have complete designs, and like the way games come out now, we could put out something, and if it doesn't do right, we can fix it with updates and DLC. I'm not about all that. I ain't about all that, dude. Put the record out. Put the record out. Put the meat on the table. You know what I'm saying? Put bacon on the bacon. You know?
Keep bacon on the bacon.
Do what you do.
Silly on the chili.
Right.
We're being lost in the sauce.
And whatnot.
No, apples at your grandma's house.
Always. Always.
So okay, ask the question again, Emmanuel. Sorry.
I was asking, like, do you think games are better from back then rather than what they have now?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna go ahead and say they're better back then. Like, I get it, you know what I'm saying? Like, somebody else might have an opinion about it because they probably play more games than I do. They probably have a better grasp on, you know, the gaming spectrum as a whole right now. But I'm gonna say retro games are better. And the reason I'm gonna say they're better is because it's kind of what Jason said. Like, everything now is derivative of games we've already played back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Even Call of Duty is derivative of 007 GoldenEye. I mean, we were playing Call of Duty way back then. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we were playing these games already, but companies just decided to like polish them, make them look better. They're the same games. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this is an issue that I have when it comes to film also, because nowadays people put so much emphasis on how a film looks, the aesthetic, coloring, if you know, just whatever, like everything has to be like perfect. And that's actually in my opinion, a bad way to make film, because life isn't perfect. You know, a lot of films that feel like a slice of life, films that feel real. You know what I'm saying? Those films more so speak to me more than films that's all polished and all perfect looking and stuff. It's like
and that's another thing I was seeing on a meme. It's like you see all this 80s stuff and synthwave stuff. Yeah, there was neon in the 80s, but no, bro. Like, you'll see this shit that's like, yo, everything looks like the cafe from Saved by the Bell or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, the 80s ain't look like that, dude. And it's like, I saw a meme and I'm like, dude, they called out that everything was fucking brown, bro. Yes, like, look, all right.
I remember that.
So, think about like the soap dispensers, like light brown, light tan, ashtrays, dark brown, like, you know what I'm saying? Just dark brown glass, brown. Like, the 80s were not bright like that. It's like,
that's just TV.
On
stuff.
TV,
Yeah,
on TV it was. But the thing about retro gaming too is like everyone wants to go back to retro gaming except making new games. For example, Shredder's Revenge. TMNT Shredder's Revenge. It is a retro game. It is absolutely a retro game. It is a sequel to Turtles. It's like you know, I guess nowadays for me, because this is even with all media, all, you know what I'm saying, music, TV, films, video games. It's like when we got these things back in the 80s and 90s, they were brand new franchises. These things they were really fleshed out. And then we got product. You know what I'm saying? Like they would think very deeply about the characters, about the story, about continuity. They would think very, very deeply about these things, and then they would make a product. Nowadays, what I think is happening because of the you know, I guess the fast pace that everything is happening, that everything is coming out, Everyone is so used to getting things quickly. People don't have time to, in their mind, they don't have time to put as much into a project as they used to back in the day.
This is what I was thinking about the other day. I feel like the times right now, with all social media and all the access to like different things at one time and streaming, we're at a point in time where there's no general pop culture circle that everybody knows about. It's like back in the 80s and 90s, just like everybody knew Thriller, everybody knew what Michael Jackson was doing, everybody knew what movies were coming out. Now, since there's no center to pop culture right now, so it's like it's more either people are into like reality TV and like celebrity gossip, or they're all in their own little things. So it's like we get to a point where we get groups of people now that it's hard to even talk about anything because there's no center. You see what I'm saying? Like there's like back in the 90s, 80s, and even early 2000s, there was things that everybody was expected to know.
Yeah,
like
I feel like the reason why that is because things came out a lot slower. So
right.
We were able
so
to
fast,
actually,
like
everything just
got
goes,
rappers getting carved up and shot up, and I don't even know who the fuck they are. There's people on, it's like Rap Snacks. Half of them motherfuckers, I don't even know what they sound like. They just chip flavors to me, like, oh, you dill pickle and jalapeno? Okay. Whatever your dumb name is. It's like, I don't even know these people. Like, it's like
those Romeo honey barbecue ones are delicious though. Oh my God.
I don't like the wavy ones, man. It's like they ain't got enough seasoning on them. Top tier Rap Snacks, Little Baby's sour cream and cheddar, Moneybag Yo.
Yeah, I don't even know who that is. I don't even know who that is.
Moneybag Yo's dill pickle jalapeno fusion and shit.
Look at you,
dude. I'm just saying, it's like what you're saying right now is literally indicative of what I just got finished saying. When it comes,
that's what I'm saying. I don't know these people.
It's not, of course, you're not gonna know them, but it's the point that it's like I really feel like the stuff that we get now, there's no real thought put into them. There's not a whole lot. Like, dude, what kind of name is DaBaby? Like that's it. I'm not. I mean, I'm like,
I got you. But it's like it's even more indicative of the fact that if you look at the way stuff is produced now and what's coming out, they are not making anything past the 80s.
What do you mean?
They are. It's like the focus of everything is still. You might get some late 70s stuff. It's still 80s or 90s up to a certain point. I would say stuff is now 81 to 95. Anything that came up to the point where me and you were like 14 is the stuff that they're remaking over and over again.
And now the generation
that's being sampled is all 81 to like 95. The movies that are being remade, 81 to 95.
Yeah. Now
all the fandoms, Turtles, G.I. Joe, Transformers, Power Rangers, anything that came out from 81 to 95.
Yeah,
Power Rangers probably being the last of that stuff, and Gargoyles now.
Gargoyle.
So, yeah, Gargoyles and stuff is coming back. So it's like, okay, cool.
Yeah, they got
81 to 95, and that's it. So we are the target market, but at the same time, we can intake this stuff in a way that they don't know how to do.
True that.
So it's like, that's one of the things. It's like, with retro games coming back, it's like I ain't never stopped playing this shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
me neither.
So it's like, all right, so now they want to know how to do it.
Yeah, I feel like it's a whole different process that went into making games back then versus making games right now. Like for instance, because we have access to social media and developers have access to social media, they can do things like put out a Sonic the Hedgehog trailer and engage the audience, and the audience gives them crap, and they literally change the film. Like this was something that literally blew my mind because we
would get set photos in a Wizard magazine, but like live day to day and actual change and input.
Right.
I've never seen it happen in my life, yo. Never. We wouldn't.
You talking about the ugly Sonic thing you talking about?
Yeah, and they literally changed it in the film. He looks different than he did when they first released.
Initially had it like that. Yeah.
They actually brought in the designer of his actual character design to come and fix it.
Well, that's good. But it's like basically my point, we're living in different times.
Right.
We're living in different times, and developers are trying to cater to this audience. And we never had that opportunity. It was just we making some shit, either you like it or you don't.
Guys, for your time. And thank you guys for being on the show. And I love you both. You're my friends. No, seriously.
So give us something on me. I just want my popcorns.
I want my 2 popcorns, and as you said, they don't push nothing on me. Don't push nothing on me.